Begin by marking a 1/2 inch seam allowance along the center back of the self and lining pieces. We're only going down the center back to this point. So we'll begin and end both sides with a back tack, both the self and the lining, and then we'll bring them back over, and our vent is actually going to be on our left side wearing piece, so we'll mark that here. And now I'm going to fold it over and open my seams up on both my self and lining, and then when I put the faces together, I can determine which side is the left side wearing vent, and then I'll put those two faces together, and I'm going to pin them because from that base stitch we're going to stitch this top angle. I'm going to use an invisible zipper foot so that I can get closer, and I'm going to manually start my needle and then stitch the top angle. Later we're going to have to come back and slash that seam to relax it, but that's coming up. First, what we need to do is we need to finish our bottom hem. So we're going to take the two pieces that don't match up and make them match up and sew them at a 1/2 inch on both our left and right side wearing. So here we are stitching our hem closed with a beginning and ending with a back tack. And now you can see those pieces are all stitched together, and we just need to close those two vertical seams. So first we are going to trim. We're going to slash right through the seam allowance to our stitching. That will relax our vent when we turn it inside out later. But now we're going to match up the hem roll, and then on the right side wearing we're going to stitch straight down the back, continuing our original center back seam. So I'll manually begin my needle, and then I'll start and end with a back tack. And it's about 1.5 inches seam allowance. You can trim that down. Here we're just doing the regular 1/2 inch for the left side wearing. And now I'm going to press everything to lock my stitches and help set my seams nice and pretty. And then I'm going to trim some of the seam allowance along that vent so that it's easier to flip right side out. As I'm doing here, I'm flipping the left and right side wearing of the vent, giving everything a nice press so that it lays beautifully. And once I've got that in place, I can begin our final step of securing the vent in place with a back tack. And we're going to stitch along that angle, beginning and ending with a back tack from the inside. And that way we can see exactly where we're starting and stopping. And here's our beautiful vent from the in and outside.